Okay, so let me just like a bit introduce myself a bit. My name is Abdul. So like I'm the lead facilitator at the Close to My Executive Academy, and the vision of that this session weekly, regularly is that we want teachers to want our stories to come out there. I realized that we don't tell our story enough. That most of us as teachers, we don't even know what is possible for us. We're not exposed to what other teachers are doing. So some of us, we are just teaching, we go from our school to or our house to the school, our school to the house. And that's the only thing we are exposed to. And then there are tons of teachers who are doing amazingly well. But then uh but then when you once you get exposed to what other teachers are doing, it becomes easy for you to actually do something good or something great. And why I'm actually sharing this with you is because this is where my own journey starts. Our guest today, Coach Kazeem Abolore, is someone that I look up to. Is one of my first coaches. He's still my coach. He's the first person, the first teacher I ever saw in the online space that is doing amazing things. Whatever I'm doing today, is the first person I saw doing that. He's the one that I got my first inspiration. Like as a teacher, I've always wanted to be a teacher, but I don't want to be just any teacher. I want to be a teacher with a difference. So imagine that you believe that something is possible, or you believe that you have an idea of what you want to achieve, or you have not seen anybody achieve it before. You're not seen anybody that does that before, and then for some reason just came across someone who is doing exactly what you want to do, and you feel like, whoa, this is what I've been looking for. That's how it was for me. Yeah, that's January 2020. That's over 5 years ago, and that's how we started. I followed him. I read his books. I joined his trainings, and I'm really glad. Okay, and this is actually the first time we're going to be inviting him to come and share his story. I'm so sorry that network is really giving us a lot of issue this night. But I can assure you that what you're going to hear tonight is something that is going to it's not about I won't really use the words blow your mind, but something that's going to challenge you. It's going to challenge your thought pattern. It's going to challenge the way you see yourself as a teacher. It's going to challenge a lot of things I believe that you are capable or not capable of doing as a teacher. And it's going to show you that if a classroom teacher, can be a landlord, okay, you can also be. In fact, he has become a landlord before he becomes a full. Right now, most of the things he do now is being a realtor. He promotes land the most, but he has been he has what was it called, packed to his house before he starts that particular one fully. So the land, the house, the building, everything, he did that while being a teacher. Like you know, I mean, he's still a teacher, he still teach. Okay, if you follow him on Facebook, he always share his story there. So the idea of again having this is to show you that whatever dream you have, whatever goal you have, is actually possible. But then it's not just possible. We have people who are doing whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Okay. So we have people that are doing that, and that's really why this session is very, very important for us. I'm hoping that we're still going to like be able to have it, but then if not, probably we might have to like schedule this for another day. But I'm very sure this is a session we're going to have, and whenever we have it, it's going to be a transformative session for you. Okay, so I just like thought to say that, and I hope you have been part of our other sessions so far. Uh, like the first session, I was gonna take the first session, and then last week we had a session with the last session was with Mrs. Shola Shogebra. So if you have not watched that, the replay is on our YouTube channel. You can check it out, watch it. If any other person that needs to be here, please get them on board. Yes, is we might be delayed by network, but this is going to happen. Let us know where you're joining from, your name, where you're joining from. I can see Ms. Aisha Abubakar Atiku here, Mr. Salah Yusuf Abiodun. Miss Trade Designer. I can see another person here with us. Xiaomi, yeah, that's the name of phone. But then trust me, this is going to be a valuable session for you. If you're watching the recording too, yes, this is like a build up to what you're going to be learning. Okay? Yeah, going to be a build up too. So it's going to be an amazing session. Okay? Uh stay with us. Don't go anywhere. I'm glad Miss Aisha joining from Abuja. Great. I can see a lot of people. Since someone that joined us from Yola. We have seen people from Ogun State, Nasarawa, wow, Lagos State. This is well represented. Wow, this is so good. This is so good. Thank you. Just give us some minutes. I'm very sure he's going to like sort his network out and is going to join us very soon.
Hey, I've been hey. Subhanallah, sorry.
Innovative teacher. Yes, she's an innovative teacher, an author, and a realtor. As a teacher, he has over 14 years teaching experience and has taught in all levels of education, save for the university. He is known to bring innovative ideas that can create extra income streams for teachers without leaving the classroom. Wow. Over the teachers, he has coached hundreds of teachers on how to create extra income streams through writing books, creating online courses, creating workbooks, and other digital products. As an author, he has written over 10 books in print and e-copy, such as The Power of Attitude in Teaching, Teach to Influence, Write to Stardom, to mention but a few. He does not only write books seamlessly, but has also coached hundreds of teachers on book writing, both in Nigeria and in the abroad. As a realtor, he's a seasoned real estate consultant and has sold landed properties go over 200 clients, both in Nigeria and abroad in the last 4 years. He's keen to help low and middle income earners to become a landowner through installment payments between 12 to 16 months plan. He too, as a landlord, he believes everyone can become a landlord if they buy where they can afford first, then buy where they desire when they blow. He's on a mission to help 10,000 individuals to become landowner in the next 10 years. He is happily married with children. Join me in welcoming our speaker for tonight, Mr. Kazeem Abolore, the innovative teacher. You're welcome, sir, and thank you for joining, sir.
Okay, yeah. Good evening to you.
Good evening,
Wherever
sir.
you're listening to me right now. I do hope that you can hear me.
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. First and foremost, I'm so sorry for coming late. I don't know what was wrong with my networks. I switched from MTN to Blue, from Blue back to MTN, back to Blue. It was as if the power that we didn't want us to have this session, but thankfully we are finally here. So I don't know how this session will be. Is it going to be that you'll be asking me questions or how is it going to go?
Okay, sir. We are not asking you question. We want to learn from
Okay,
your wealth of
okay,
knowledge, sir.
okay.
We want to hear
So
your
I'm to
story. We
present
want to
that.
learn from your story.
So let me just start my session straight away. I'm not using slides, and it is deliberate because I want to talk from my heart. If I'm to use PowerPoint presentation, I will not be talking from my heart. I'll be guided. Meanwhile, how many minutes do I have, please?
About 40 minutes, sir.
Okay, no problem.
All
So
right, sir.
let me begin straight away. Yeah, my name is Kazeem Abolore, popularly called the innovative teacher. I am a teacher, I am an author, and also a mentor. I have been teaching for over 14 years. I teach mathematics, but these days I teach ICT as well. I teach JSS 1 to 3, and that is as a teacher. As an author, as it has been said, a lot has been said about this, so I don't have to go through all that again. But I still need to say some things so that you will um, understand some things when I begin the presentation properly. So, as an author, I've written more than 10 books, both in print and in soft copy. And some of the books that I've written is The Power of Attitude in Teaching, and that is my most profitable book. Yes. Another book I've written that I'm proud to talk about is Teach to Influence, and that is one book that I wrote and printed and published without using 5 kobo from my personal account, and several other books that I've written as well. Then, as a router, there's a reason why I'm saying all of this again. I know that it has been said, but I need to say it again because there's a connection between all of these and the topic that I've been giving. So, as a router, I started selling real estate year 2020, November 28 precisely, and this is my 4th year of doing real estate, if not 5th year. I'm into my 5th year. So I clocked 4 years in real estate last November. So, and to the glory of God, I've sold land to over 250 people, both in Nigeria and abroad. So, the topic I've been given today is From Classroom to Landlord, how teachers can build wealth while teaching. So, the first question that I want to ask is that for the convener to say that I should handle this topic, then it signifies 2 things. Am I communicating, please?
Yes, you are. You are. You are
Okay.
communicating, sir.
So for the convener to give me this topic, it um, speaks 2 things. Firstly, if you say that from classroom to landlord, it means that somebody that must handle this topic must be a landlord. And the second question that you need that, the second thing that this topic points to is that he said how teachers can build wealth while teaching. It then means that the person that will handle this uh, topic must be wealthy or have created wealth. Now, so the first question is that the person must be a landlord. Fine, I am a landlord. I moved to my house in 2021. That is about 4 years ago. And as I'm speaking with you, I'm doing this session right from my own sitting room. So I am a landlord. I also have hostel that I'm building 14 rooms, and so which means that I'm qualified to do this. So you say I should be more audible. Okay, how is it now, please? How is it now?
Okay, better, sir.
How is
Better,
the
sir.
audio?
Thank you, sir.
Is it okay now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. So so I'm qualified to talk about this because I am a landlord, so I know where the shoe pinches. Then the second thing that this topic talk about, how teachers can build wealth while teaching. So somebody that will talk about this must have created wealth of the world. Well, I am not wealthy yet. Yes, I will not say what I have not before. I'm not wealthy yet. When they say people who have created wealth or who are wealthy to come out, I will not come out because I'm not wealthy. But I can tell you that I'm not a broke teacher. Hello, I am not a broke. Yeah, and I'm not a poor. I say that anyway. Um, beat my chest to say that. When they are saying broke teachers will come out, I will never come. When they say poor teachers will come out, I will never come because I'm neither broke nor poor. I am on my way to become wealthy. Yes, I'm creating systems right now that will build wealth for me. So why am I saying this? Is that I want you to know that the person I want to talk about this topic, I'm not going to be talking theory here. I'm not going to be talking about what I read in a book or what I heard someone say. I'll be talking from my own personal experience and I'll be sharing my own personal story. I'll share my experience with you as a teacher who is now a landlord. I'll share my experience with you as I'm creating and building wealth. I have not come to the place where I will say that I'm wealthy, no, but I'm creating systems that will build wealth for me. So that is for the topic. Now let us get started. They said how teachers can build wealth while teaching. The question shouldn't be how teachers can build wealth. The question should be what what stops teachers from building wealth? Yes. The question shouldn't be how teachers can build wealth while teaching. The question should be what stops teachers from building wealth? Because it is when you know what is stopping you from something, that is when you can now talk about how you can now achieve what you want to achieve. It's just like someone that is saying that, how can I become a landlord? No, don't ask how you can become a landlord first. Ask yourself that, why am I a tenant? Ask yourself, why am I still a tenant? Or why am I not buying land now? It is when you know what is stopping you, that's when you can now form what stops teachers from building wealth. So let us begin from that. Why are teachers not even wealthy? Abi? Why are teachers not wealthy? If you put out 100 teachers today, you put them together, you cannot find one wealthy teacher. Maybe 1 out of 100 anyway. Because if we go by the standard of wealth, if we go by the definition of wealth, what you even call wealth is not wealth. Hello? What you people call wealth, or when you see someone say is wealth, is not what wealth is. Wealth is not what you see. Hello? Wealth is not what you see. Let me quickly define wealth to you according to Robert Kiyosaki, and this is approved and confirmed by many wealthy men. Robert Kiyosaki said that we don't even measure wealth in terms of money. We measure wealth in terms of time. Hello? We don't measure wealth in terms of money, amount of money. No. We measure wealth in terms of time. It is time that we use to measure wealth. So he said that we say that you are wealthy or you have created wealth when you can maintain your standard of living for 6 months, even if you don't work at all. Hello? So we say that you are wealthy when you can maintain your standard of living for 6 good months without you having to work. What does that mean? It means that you yourself today, if you stop working today, can you maintain your current standard of living? And when we say standard of living, you see, what you people even call standard of living is not what standard of living is. Hello? Do you know that going on vacation is part of standard of living? As in, when they say standard, that's what they call it, standard of living. That worst case, that as an average human being, what you should be enjoying. Because if you are not going on vacation, it means you are working all round clock in a year. When you look at Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that is where you will see, that is how you will see that if you are not even going, if you are not going on vacation, you have not even met the standard of living. Because according to Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the physiological needs, which is the smallest needs, going on vacation is part of it. Am I communicating at all?
Yes, you are.
So, meaning that even if you are not going on vacation, you have not even made the standard of living. So you now begin to measure yourself now that am I even living at all? So, but be that as it may, so it is said that you say you are wealthy when you can maintain your current standard of living for 6 months without you having to work. So ask yourself that, okay, let us even use the basic. Let's say our standard of living is eating 3 square meals. So ask yourself that if you stop working today, can you continue to eat that 3 square meal if you stop working today? Have you created system? Have you created assets? Have you created something that can be giving you money on a consistent basis if you stop working today for the next 6 months and you still maintain your current standard of living? You still be eating 3 times in a day. Can you? If you can, fine. You say that you are wealthy. But if you cannot, then so what are we saying here is that wealth is not measured in terms of money, but in terms of time. So when you now see that there is problem, because it is when you see that there is problem, that's when you be pushed. So when you now see that there is problem, so why are teachers not wealthy? I can tell you here tonight that it is not because of the government that teachers are not wealthy. It is not because of your employer. It is not the economy that is making you to be a poor teacher. It is not your colleague. In fact, it that makes you to be poor or not create wealth. The reason why you are here to create wealth as a teacher is what is between your 2 ears. Hello? What did I say is the reason why you have not created wealth? What is between your 2 ears? And what is that thing? Your head. Your head. You know, there are some things that teachers have accepted unconsciously. The day somebody get admission into a university to study education course, and he finishes, he graduates, and he takes a teaching job. The day he takes that teaching job, unconsciously, there is something that has been programming in the head of that person that is telling that person that you cannot create wealth with this job. Meaning that from onset, there is a program that has been set into the mind of teachers that they cannot create wealth. Unconsciously. If you don't know, it's not deliberate. It didn't come from your conscious mind because we have two kind of minds. There is the conscious mind which you use to hear, to see, to do whatever you want to do, and there is the unconscious mind. The painful part of it is that the unconscious mind is even more powerful than the conscious mind. You do some things today that you don't need. You do them unknowingly. Take for instance, if you want to brush your teeth, when you are brushing that, do you know what you are doing? You don't. You do it unconsciously because you have done it so well that you don't need anything, anybody or anything to teach you how to do it again. But I tell you that everything that you do consciously, you can grow it to a level that it will become unconscious. If not that, I don't want to be going, I don't want to be digressing. I will have quickly mentioned the four kinds of competence. But that is not where we are going tonight. So why are teachers not creating work? Number one is because of the mindset of teachers. Many teachers have accepted low income the day they get that teaching job. This job, it is unconscious, not as if you say it or somebody tells you no, but in your mind, you too have seen it all because like Dr. Olumide Emmanuel will say that if you want to know where your job will take you to, look at the people that are 15 years and 10 years ahead of you. Where are they in that job or on that job? People that are 15 years, 20 years ahead of you, just go and take them. He said that they are the prophetic future of yourself. So you don't need anybody to tell you. Just look at where you are working right now. Look at the people that are 10 years, 20 years ahead of you. Where are they? Wherever they are right now is where you two will be in the next 20 or 10 years. So those are unconscious things that happen to teachers that make them believe and accept that this job is their own job. I'm telling you. Now, teachers will begin to create wealth the day teacher takes teaching outside of the classroom. I used to ask teachers that why are teachers not successful or not wealthy? They mention a lot of places, as we have mentioned. But there is one factor that I believe remains standing. And that factor is that teachers are poor and will remain poor until when they take teaching outside of the four walls of the classroom. Let me repeat that. Teachers are poor and will remain poor until teachers take teaching outside of the four walls of the classroom. Because teaching doesn't have to be in the four walls of the classroom. That is when teachers will begin to create wealth. Look at all the people that are wealthy today. Look at them. If you look at them thoroughly, if you look at them thoroughly, you find that all of them, or most of them, 90% of them, they are all teachers, but they are not teachers in the four walls of the classroom. They are not like you. You don't have to be certified the way they certify you in the university before you can become a teacher. Look at Madam Chioma Ifeanyi. I believe most of you will know her. By all standards, she is wealthy. Olówó ni màmá yẹn, owó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. And look at what she does. She is teaching. Did she go to University of Education? Did she read education? In fact, she said that, I want to remember her course of study. I've forgotten her course of study. Her course of study does not even have anything to do with teaching or education. We'll look at her today. I can continue to mention it. I can continue to mention it. But even in the teaching industry, we have people who have created wealth, or who are on the verge of being wealthy. Who are creating the system, and what they do is still teaching, but they are not teaching the way you are teaching. They are taking teaching outside of the four walls of the classroom. Are we together? Are we together? I can't hear anyone.
We are together, sir.
Okay. So enough of all of this. Let me now share my story. So I started teaching in year 2010, and I got married in year 2011. So in year 2017, that's 6 years after I got married, I'll just briefly share this story so that you can quickly move, and then you can, draw lesson from my what from my story. Just a moment, please. So, as I was saying, I got married in year 2011, and then in year 2017, I asked myself one question that everybody that is working, that is a working class, must ask himself or herself. So I called my wife and we sat down. I said, "How many years have we been working?" She said, 6 years. Fine. I said, "Can we mention one thing that you have been able, that we can point to, that we have achieved or been able to do since you have been working for 6 years?" And my dear fellow teachers, we could point to two things. One, food, and two, I think paying house rents and paying school fees of our children there. So those are the people that we point to. Yeah, we eat, and not even eating well. No, there's a difference between eating and eating well. Eh, so, but at least we are eating sharp. Then we said that we are paying house rent. We don't owe house rent. Eh, then we are paying school fees of our then two children. So I then asked myself that, is this what I came to this life with? Is this what I will do for the rest of my life? Is this what I came to this life with? Because you see, the quality of questions you ask yourself will determine the quality of life you live. Hello. The quality of question you ask yourself will determine what the quality of life you live. If you don't ask yourself some empowering questions, some disturbing questions, like my coach will say, some, if you don't ask yourself some some questions that need brutal answers, you just be living a mediocre life. A mediocre life, a life of survivor. You get that now? So I ask myself that, is this how I will continue? Is this what I will continue doing with my life? So that was what now led me to say in that year, January 2017, January 2017, I told myself that I was going to buy land anywhere I see land. I told myself that year, anywhere I see land, I will buy. Even if I inside bush, I will buy. So, and we started that year, and eventually, I don't want to go to the details because of time. Later on that year, I bought a land, and I used 1 year to pay for the land. So that was September 2017 to September 2018. Now, teachers, we have so many opportunities that we don't tap into. Anything that you have done and you have done and you have achieved, you have the right to teach others. Let me repeat that. Anything that you have done or achieved, you have the right to teach others. So when I finished paying for that line in year 2018, yeah, 2018, and is it 2018 or 2019, Sha? And I began to ask myself that, hi, guy, you have done this now. How can you now help other teachers to do the same? Because, like Mark Zuckerberg said, he said that, I can't remember the way he said it, but what he's saying is that y- when you are successful, you don't say you are successful until when you are able to help people, others to discover themselves. So I began to ask myself that how can I help other teachers to also do this? But that question that I kept asking myself, I didn't get answer to it until year 2020. So in that year 2020, I now began to sell land to teachers and other low income earners. See, if you are anywhere that you are, I want to tell you that you don't have to go and start something afresh. Join anybody or any company that has created system that is working. You don't have to be the alpha or omega. You don't have to be the originator. You don't have to be a founder of an idea or of a business or of a product or service. No. If you see a company or an individual that has a product that resonates with you, then join them. Another thing that I want to say at this point in time is that teachers go and learn how to sell. Go and do what? Go and learn how to sell. Every profession must learn selling. Every profession, regardless of who you are, must learn selling. Before this evening, I was checking something. This is just to buttress the point that any profession you can learn selling. I don't know if you know this one, Dr. Malik. Dr. Malik. I don't remember his second name. Dr. Malik. Um, Dr. Malik Shah is a YouTuber. He's a doctor. He's a medical doctor, not PhD. He's a medical doctor. And Dr. Malik is a YouTuber. He does YouTube and he makes a lot of money from it. So, and he's a oh my goodness, he's a great salesman. So, teachers, go and learn selling. So, back to what I was saying. So, in year 2020, I joined a real estate company. In fact, I bought a land from the real estate company, not the land that I bought in year 2018. No. That one is a different one. And I bought a land from another real estate company in year 2022. So when I bought the land, I was like, okay, this is a good one. Why not start telling other teachers to come and buy as well? And we started that. Now, remember that I said I bought my first land in year 2018. So I started building it gradually. You know, as a teacher, if I was able to gather some money, I would do some work on the project for, let's say we do some work for a day or two. We will not do anything there until after a month or sometimes 3 months, in fact, sometimes 6 months. But when I joined the real estate company in year 2020, November ending, by year 2021, the work of that house didn't stop again. Hello. Meaning that every month I was doing something on the house. Before I would have to wait for like 3 months, which was not even bad considering that I was a teacher augmenting my salary with some digital skills and all of those things. But year 2021, from January till August that I moved in. You to imagine it. Imagine it. I started building the house year 2018, December. Until year 2021, I didn't finish building it. Although by that year 2021 January, I've built it up to lintel level. I wanted to do roofing then as COVID happened. But in that year 2021, work didn't stop there. Every month work was going on here. Now I moved in here in August 15 precisely, year 2021. So I now kept marketing real estate to teachers because I saw that if you are a teacher and you help other children to become somebody in life, why can't you also become somebody? You know, I have seen cases of teachers who turn to beggars after working. And these are even government teachers who what should now be of private school teachers? Hi! What should now be of private school teachers? So, and right now, we have done it so well that to the glory of God, over 250 people have sold land. Many of these people are teachers. In fact, right now, I'm not even recruiting teachers to be realtors while still doing their teaching job, like I do. I still maintain my teaching job. Every day, 7 to 4, I go to school. Then from 4 till evening, I do my real estate business. In fact, that one is even easier because it is basically online. It is only Saturday that I go for site inspection. Am I communicating at all? Because I want to know if I'm communicating.
Yes, you are. Go on, sir.
So let me just stop there for my let me just stop there for my story. Now, let me now bring out some points there, and then I will end it. The first point is that anywhere you are right now as a teacher, you can become better. Anywhere you are, even if your salary is 30,000. For information, when I started this journey, my salary was 24,000. In fact, it was at the point it was 15,000 naira, but later it was increased to 24,000 naira. So, and in fact, when I bought my first land, my salary was 30,000 naira. Yes, my salary was 30,000 naira. So anywhere you are right now, you can get better. Accept and believe that being a teacher is not being a teacher does not condemn you to be poor. No, 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 no. It's not a death sentence. Today, even if I'm not riding Lamborghini, but I've practically done all what street men do at my own level, except for one thing. I've not traveled abroad. That's just the only thing that I've not done. I live in my own house. I drive my own car. I've gone on vacation. But the first vacation I went was 2019. I do charity a lot. A lot. I cannot be mentioned. So they get that now. So, and I'm still a teacher. In fact, right now in my place of work, when they in my place of work, when they say, I want to àwọn gbé pẹ̀lú kọ́ talk I appear among the best three. I get that now. So, and I'm still a teacher. So go and accept that you can get better. Secondly, is that you need to ask yourself some empowering questions. There are empowering questions and there are disempowering questions. You can ask yourself empowering questions. Ask yourself, how many years have you been teaching? Ask yourself, what can you point to as an achievement? Very two powerful questions. How many years have you been teaching? What can you point to as an achievement? There is no problem if you do not say anything. You see, the problem with human being and teachers precisely is that they don't want to ask themselves some honest questions, some painful questions, because they know that the answers to it will make them sad. And it is better for you to be sad today and be happy tomorrow than to be happy today and sad. In fact, the happiness that you say you are even enjoying today, you are not even being happy. You are just beating it. You are just beating it, beating it. And a time is coming that you cannot even beat anything again. So ask yourself powerful questions. Thirdly, acquire high income skill. Right. Acquire what? High income skill. Selling is a high income skill. There is nothing you cannot sell and become wealthy. It's not compulsory, it is real estate. I've given an example of someone who is not into real estate and she's doing pretty well. Why? Because she acquired high income skill, which is selling, and she chose to sell another product other than real estate. But I tell you that if you acquire a selling skill, there is no product that you cannot sell. There is no product that you pick up that you cannot sell and become wealthy to it. As it is today, I swear that if I choose to start selling car, I will sell it and make money from it. I'm telling you. Why? Because I have acquired the skill of selling. I have acquired it. So, thirdly, is that acquire a high income skill like selling. Like selling. It is only selling that can beat any inflation. It's only what selling that can beat any inflation. It is like my guy we used to say that it is unpredictable but transformational. Selling is unpredictable but transformational. You know, there are some skills that are, or there are some professions that are predictable and not transformational. Some are predictable and not transformational. Some are transformational, predictable. But selling is unpredictable but transformational. If it is unpredictable because you don't know whether people will buy or not, or you don't know when they will buy or not, but transformational in the sense that if it just happen like this, bam, they will think that you do blood money. I pray that you will hit it big, that people will think that you do blood money. Can we have someone say amen? You will make it, you will hit it, that people will think that you do blood money.
Amen.
Uh-huh. So acquire a high income skill. I think with these 3 points of mine, I have um, convinced you and not confuse you on how teachers can build wealth while still being a teacher. So I don't want to drop here now because of time and give you room to ask questions. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Thank you. But sorry, sir, before you go, I would like to ask a question.
Okay.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. So you talked about selling.
Yeah.
All right. Sir, please, I would like to ask, is there or are there any books you can recommend that teaches about selling, how one can sell well?
Well, there are many books that you can read on selling.
Okay.
There are many books. I still want to mention one or two, but you see, selling is like riding a bicycle.
Okay.
You don't become better at it by reading a book on selling. You become better
Okay.
at it by actually selling.
Selling.
So what I
Okay.
will advise is that before you will read a book on selling, pick up a product first and start selling it. Pick up a
Okay.
product first and do it and start selling.
And start
So after
selling.
that, you can now pick up some books on selling, read it and apply it on the product that you have already. I don't know if you get that.
Yes, I get that.
Pick up a product first and start selling it. Whatever we just be selling it, just anyhow you can. Now, after that, now pick up some books on selling and start implementing what you read in that book on the product that you are already selling. If you go and pick up a book first, without having a product, where will you apply the knowledge in the book? In fact, the knowledge in the book can even create fear and cause you to be procrastinating on picking a product. But when you already have a product that you are marketing, now have a book. So as you are reading the book, you are applying it onto that product. As you are reading the book, you are applying the lesson. So go and get a product first, any product for that matter.
Good choice.
That's really it.
All right,
Then
sir.
you
Thank
now-
you, sir. I really appreciate it.
So let me just mention one or two books that you should go and let me mention two. Go and read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Very powerful.
How
I read
to
that
do what, sir?
How to Win Friends and Influence People
How
by
to win
Dale.
friends.
Yes, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Okay, and influence people.
Yeah, very powerful book. I read that book at least once every year for the
Really?
for the past 8 years now. I read it at least once in a
Is it
year.
available as e-copy or is just hard copy?
Go and get the hard copy, leave it copy.
Hard.
Go and get the hard copy. I have the
All
hard
right.
copy now. So then the second book I will recommend on selling is The Psychology of Selling by what's the name of this one? Forgotten his name. The Psychology of Selling. Go and get those two books. And if you want a Nigerian book on selling, go buy this book by Otumba Aki Alabi. Yeah. How to Sell to Nigerians.
Okay.
How to Sell to Nigerians. So go and get those two books. But have a product first.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay. Does anyone have any question? Please, if you have a question, kindly ask your question in just few minutes. Mr. Abdulatif, sir. Mr. Abdulatif, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
All
Thank
right,
you
sir.
so much. Thank you so much, Coach. As in this, while we're waiting for you, like I have to come up and share some things with the participants. So this really means a lot to me. Thank you so much. I know this is really not very convenient for you, but then I just want to appreciate you for taking the time to do this, for sharing your story and showing us what is actually possible. I've said it before, and I think probably it's going to be the first time I'm going to be saying it while you were here that Mr. Kazeem is like the first teacher I saw online that inspired me, that showed me what is possible, that exposed me to the possibility of whatever I'm doing today. So anything that he says, as he mentioned during his at the beginning of his session, that is not something you read in a particular book. It's someone that is very practical. In fact, if you can, and I would really recommend this, go on Facebook and search for Coach Kazeem Abolore. Yes, that is his Facebook name. And scroll down to his post 2020, 2019. You're going to be very shocked. This time around, he talk more about lands and actually encourage you, please buy land. All of us will become landlord this 2025 going forward. But then if you go deeper and see those posts, you're going to see like you're going to see what I'm really talking about. You're going to see a whole lot of things he has done and what he's doing, even though he may not really talk much about it. He's really someone that is uh go beyond just inspiring people by what he say, but then even by what he does. He's someone that's published. I remember when I got his book, I was in Port Harcourt then, and I think that was the first book I actually got, physical book that I got from a Nigerian author, Teach to Influence. Teach to Influence is a book I read. I always read every single year. Teach to Influence since that 2020. In fact, sometimes I read it more than twice, sometimes thrice in a particular year. Teach to Influence is a book that I'm going to recommend that you get. If you're a teacher, want Teach to Influence, please get the book. Where I'm going to send his Andrew and his number. I don't know, sir, can I share your number with them for them to
Yes,
send you a
yes,
message they
no
need to
problem.
get your book? So I'm going to
No
like
problem.
send you. Okay, thank you so much, sir. I'll send his number to you. You get the mail tomorrow morning. With the replay of this, so I'll send it so that you can watch the replay. Not just that, you can also like get in contact with him. You need to get book. If you want to join his team of veritals, you want to buy land and start your landlord journey, is the best person to do it with. All right, so I want to appreciate you once again, sir. Thank you so much for doing this with us, even with the network issue. Thank you so much for uh, sharing your journey with us. It's really inspiring and it means a lot to me personally. I'm very sure everyone that's joined here and that will watch the replay is going to find this so valuable. Thank you so much, sir. So I think there's no questions for Miss Rahim. We can just round it up here.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate you. Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you.